Hey, welcome back to the 310 table where it is July 21st.
It hasn't stopped raining here since like April.
Yeah, April, May, June, I don't know. There's a Jewish man loading animals on a boat here in Alabama. I'm quite sure of it.
He's hallucinating.
Maybe. I'm tired of the rain. It's got to go. It's been raining all over the country. But rain or shine, next week we will be at Airventure Oshkosh.
We are not flying there because he's not crazy enough to do that yet.
Nope, not interested. I want to be there for the whole week. And you know, with the weather that we just mentioned, we might miss something if we don't drive. So I'm going to drive, she's going to drive, we're all going to drive. If you're flying, that is awesome. Look for us on the field. I'm going to take you around in the daytime to some of the best places that I know to eat, and maybe some new places during the daytime for lunch.
And I'm going to take you to all the places that are great to eat at off field at night.
Indeed. And we're going to put that all together, and hopefully you will find in the future when you're going to Oshkosh, and you will know where to go eat.
All right. See you in Oshkosh.
All right. All right, we have arrived in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and for the first night, we are going to eat at Friar Tuck's. We'll let you guys know what it's like. Hey everyone, just wanted to share one of the things we love about coming to Oshkosh is where we stay. It is so fun and wonderful to get up in the morning and come outside to sunshine instead of rain and not be covered in a puddle of sweat within 5 minutes, and just sort of enjoy the calm before the craziness of the airfield gets going. All right, guys, today is Sunday the 26th, and we're gonna do Players Pizza.
you'll pay for it, because if the
Okay guys, if you're on the field and you want breakfast or lunch, this is the place. Thunder Bay Grill, we highly recommend it. You saw some of the breakfast we had, and when you're hot, yay, they have ice cream. Friday night, guys, we're gonna do Pete's Bar. So this was the chicken wings. All right, we're getting up this morning to 64 degrees and a light breeze. We got all the departures coming out of Oshkosh. Everybody's headed home, and we're headed back to the crappy, hot, wet South. Love the South, but I hate the weather. I think it's supposed to be 102, 104 heat index back home today, so we're sure gonna miss it. We love it here, at least in the summer.
Hey everyone, we're headed out of town, going back to Alabama, and we're gonna eat breakfast, or brunch I guess you should call it, at this place called Two Brothers. We found this a couple years ago and it is really amazing.
Hey, we are back at the 310 table here in the hot, sweaty, sticky South. You can tell by the way we look right now, it's about 96 degrees with a heat index, and it is 8 o'clock at night basically. Yeah, we're really kind of missing the winter. Needs to be winter soon. It has stopped raining, however, but probably not for long.
Yeah, there's a tropical storm out in the Gulf. It's gonna hit the coast, what, in a few days?
A few days. Monday, Tuesday. Yeah.
So, we'll see how that turns out. But we had a great trip to Oshkosh. This would be our 4th year in Oshkosh. So on the way up, we stopped at this place called Top's Barbecue. That was, what, just south of Olive Branch?
Just south of Olive Branch, probably 6 or 7 miles. Easy distance from a crew car drive. If you get a courtesy car, you're looking for someplace to eat, head down straight south of the airport, and you will see Top's Barbecue.
And you'll see me looking over every once in a while because we have a note
Yes.
this time.
It was a
We went to
busy
lot
trip.
of places, so let's just keep everything in track here. So that was pretty good.
I give it about a 7 out of 10. I mean, it's pretty decent barbecue if you're flying somewhere to eat. We're in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which is like the barbecue capital of the state. So, you know, if you're from Tuscaloosa or maybe from Texas, probably have a little bit of a high bar. So we're going to score it a 7, 7.5. But it's worth your stop. It's worth your time. And, you know, from there we drove on up to St. Louis where we spent the night, and then drove on in. Drove on in, it was actually several hours, but we arrived in Oshkosh just in time for dinner, where we ate at Friar Tuck's. It's the first time we've been able to eat at Friar Tuck's in the times we've been there. We got there early enough that there wasn't a huge crowd and a 45 to a 2-hour wait, and you know, we enjoyed it. It was quite good. You see on the video, they feed you. They don't give you little bits of little bitty things. It's you get a sandwich, you get a sandwich.
Yeah, I got a ham and cheese sandwich, and that was really good. Dad, what'd you get?
I got the patty melt. It had caramelized onions on it, and I gotta say they were pretty close to perfect. A little bit crunchy, like it should be, and My wife was with us, Cindy. I believe she got the ribeye sandwich. I remember her saying that she thought it was very, very good. Overall, we're going to give Friar Tuck's about 8.5, pushing 9. It was a definite place for you guys to go if you make it to Oshkosh. It's right next to the field. You cannot miss it. If you fly in and you camp in the North 40, just walk to it. It's in the parking lot right next to the North 40.
Well, you probably shouldn't hop the fence.
Probably not. But they do have a gate. You can walk through the gate. And you can ride a bus over there sometimes, depending on how the traffic goes. We did not spend a lot of time, or I did not spend a lot of time on lunch. That had a lot to do with the fact that the EAA at some point decided to rearrange the trams. I have no idea why. I was told it was an experiment, or Northwestern University students or some such thing redesigned them based on a study. That's true. I got to say their data was not very good because the tram situation.
It sucked.
Yeah, it sucked. We've written a letter from the EAA chapter about it. They went exactly the opposite direction from what they should have gone. So EAA people, if you're listening, you happen to stumble across this video, yes, it's EAA chapter 557 that has written you. I know other people have. But the long story short there is that in order to get to some of the places that I wanted to see, hear some of the talks we wanted to see in the daytime, we had to skip lunch. Hannah, on the other hand, did not skip lunch. She was with Girlventure. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so we were provided lunch every day. That was okay. Lunch was not as good this year as it has been in previous years because this year's was all box lunches. But the box lunches were all sandwiches. Sandwiches were very good. It's just after eating sandwiches every day, sometimes twice a day, gets old. But but if you don't know what Girlventure is, it's a mentoring program for high school aged girls interested in aviation. If you're interested in being an attendee or a mentor, go to the EAA site and just type in Girlventure and it should pop up.
Cool. Well, we did get to some really great places at night for dinner. We tried to showcase the ones that are our favorites from the past. We did hit a new spot this year. It was new for us. Some of the other chapter members that attended the Oshkosh Airventure with us found it by accident, I guess, a couple years ago. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the next place we went for dinner, I think, was pizza.
Yeah,
Players Pizza. Players Pizza. Excellent pizza.
That was really good. I know me and Mom got the... I forgot what it's actually called. They call it some special name, but it's basically the meat lovers pizza, and we got mushrooms and black olives added to it. Dad had some nasty looking, smelling pizza, but he thinks it's good.
I got a pizza that had vegetables on it. I mean, I like the peppers, I like the onions. They don't like the peppers and onions, so we always end up having to get 2 pizzas. I will say my pizza was great. The Italian sausage was a little on the spicy side, which I like. So if you don't like that, be aware. If you go to Players Pizza, the spicy, little bit of spice on the sausage. The bell peppers and the onions were like farmer's market fresh. I don't know where they got them, but it was great.
I really liked the crust. It was like some sort of cracker crust or something.
Yeah, it was. They make it there. I'm not cracker crust is about right. It wasn't dry though. It was kind of a little bit doughy. It was really good. We did get the cheese sticks as the appetizer. I recommend it, but it's Wisconsin. It's cheese. That's what they do. It's kind of like Alabama does barbecue. Wisconsin does cheese, and they do cheese better than anywhere I've ever been. So after Players Pizza, we rolled on to the field the next day. It was a full day. We put a lot in the video. Some of the highlights, some of our favorite things that we saw on the field throughout the day. And the following night, we ate Italian after eating pizza. But it's Benvenuto's Italian. It's a little different than just your regular pizza. I got a meatball sub that was fantastic. The meatballs were incredible. I don't know what they spiced them with. Had provolone cheese all over it. It was, pretty much like a diet food, I hope, because, man, it was good.
And I want to point out what I'm drinking in the video is not actual beer, it is root beer. So those of you who were thinking, hey, didn't she say in another video she's 19, not 21? Well, it's not alcoholic, so I can drink it.
Yeah, nobody's going to jail this week. Nobody went to jail last week.
I know it's sad.
So, but the root beer there was pretty good. You know, I got root beer myself a couple times there. It was some brand. You'll have to go back and watch the video. I don't remember what the brand was. Do you?
I think it was their in-house.
Yeah, I think it's like a local thing. They make it there. Make it in Oshkosh or in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. I don't know. I look a little sad because it's sad that you can't drink beer in Milwaukee. You're close to Milwaukee. That's, you know, that's the other thing they do in Wisconsin. They make beer. So yeah, it's odd that we didn't find any beer cheese on the field or
Yeah,
out
that is.
of the field. Nobody
Yeah,
had beer
I thought
cheese
about
that we
that.
found. But I don't know what you got. What'd you get at Benvenuto's? I can't say it today.
What did I get? I think I got the cheese ravioli. That was pretty good. I'd give that maybe 8.
Yeah, I think everybody would go 8. We didn't do a lot of filming there. We were there with our EAA chapter, and we got talking and having a good time, and time got away from us, and we had to run off back to the field because it was balloon glow night, and we had the opportunity to get kind of roped into being the ground crew or support crew or whatever we call it for the balloon glow, because there were some guys there with balloons, and their crew didn't show up. So that was a fun time. I don't have a lot of experience with hot air balloons. One of our EAA chapter members is a balloon pilot. I don't remember what they're called. Whatever, but he's a balloon pilot. He has a balloon. And he's the one that got us connected up. So we've got some pretty good video of balloons, and we really enjoyed that. That kind of capped off our night. We got back to where we're staying really late that night. I mean, it was probably 11, you know, pushing midnight. We got up the next morning as the sun came up, and again, another big day on the field. What did we eat the next day? What's on your list there?
Thunder Bay Grill.
Thunder Bay Grill. Yeah, this was a day that we actually got to eat breakfast and lunch. And Thunder Bay Grill is on the field. It turns out that I think it's the best place on the field. It has various different types of things for breakfast. We opted for the bacon and the pancakes. The pancakes have a little bit of vanilla in them. And the bacon, I did some close-ups. It was thick. It was thick cut, good, crispy bacon. It was fantastic. Then we went back there for lunch. It was there on the main stretch there. Celebration Way, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
We're from Mobile originally. Kind of seafood snobs. At least we get accused of it. And, you know, for better or for worse, I opted in to get the coconut shrimp that day for lunch.
And I got the fish and shrimp chips.
Yeah, and I gotta say, the coconut shrimp was quite good.
It was good.
Yeah, fish and chips, quite good. I don't remember what everybody else got. But overall, I'm gonna give that place a 9. If you're on the field and you're hungry, just hit Celebration Way, hit Thunder Bay. The line moved really quick. They had a lot of different drink options there, you know, Gatorade, water, whatever. They also had root beer on tap. Now there is an A&W stand over by the tower. We're not going to talk about it much because it's A&W, but I will say when you get to where you want to float, A&W is where you got to go for your root beer float, right? I mean, that's just a given. That said, Thunder Bay does have soft serve ice cream, and it was good. It wasn't run-of-the-mill soft serve ice cream.
You went without me to get that.
I did. You were busy. I don't know where you were, but
Probably
you know,
flying.
might have been flying. You got to
didn't
fly
get
in the
go flying
tri-motor.
this time.
I didn't. It was too busy. Once again, trying to get around to get to where I could go flying. Man, I've done more walking at Oshkosh this year than ever before. The tram stops just really held us up this time. But, you know, we wrapped up that day, went on to dinner that night. What's your list say? We're back to the list.
The Roxy Supper Club.
Oh, how could I forget? The Roxy Supper Club. Wow. You guys have never been to the Roxy Supper Club and you've been to Oshkosh. Let me tell you, you actually haven't really been to Oshkosh. You've been to Airventure, you haven't been to Oshkosh. The Roxy Supper Club is a must. It is, man, it's like 11 on a 10 scale.
Maybe even 12.
Maybe 12. I got a ribeye. No, I take that back. I didn't get a ribeye this time. I got the prime rib. It was a special, and it was fantastic. I cut it with a fork. Some of our friends got the prime rib. You got some sort of chicken dish.
I
I don't
got the
remember what
chicken
it was.
cordon bleu.
Chicken cordon bleu.
Yeah, it had like wild rice with it. That's some of the best wild rice I think I've ever had.
Yeah, you definitely got to, if you're going to Oshkosh next year, year after, probably in 10 years, you can go to the Roxy. I don't know when the Roxy first opened, but I've talked to some of the old timers that,
I think the 30s.
yeah, maybe, I don't have a clue. I mean, I know it was there when Oshkosh moved there, or when Airventure moved there to Oshkosh. Some of the old timers talk about going there, and I've seen pictures in various hangars of people around here that have been to Oshkosh, 30 years ago, went to the Roxy. You absolutely have to go to the Roxy. I mean, it's not even a debate. But we got home late that night. That's the way it goes for us. We get there early, we go in late. After the Roxy, we spent some time on the field the next day. Tried to show you guys a little bit of that. And then, if I'm not mistaken, that's when we went to Pete's.
Yep.
Yep. This was the place that some of our EAA chapter members found by accident a couple years ago. Pete's Garage. What an incredibly awesome dive of a local bar, sports bar that was.
Yeah, the chicken wings were really good, but by the time we thought to get a picture or video of them, we had pretty much already eaten it.
Yeah, we were starving from not eating lunch that day, and wow, yeah, those chicken wings came out and they were gone in like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So we showed you guys what it was. If you get there, you definitely want to get the chicken wings. They're crispy. They are naked wings. They're not battered, but they were still crispy. They're
They
quite
weren't
good.
dry.
Not at all. Not at all. I got a Jamaican jerk sandwich. It was chicken, and it was very good. You can see in the video, one of our EAA buddies, he got a ribeye sandwich, and you can see it's ridiculous. That must be like a 12-ounce ribeye with a couple of pieces of bun shoved in the middle. It was crazy.
I think the piece of meat was as big as his head.
It was, I mean, I'm not kidding. It was probably 8-10 ounces at least. What'd you get there? I don't even remember.
I believe that I got the jerk chicken wrap. That was pretty good. I really liked the bread that they wrapped the chicken in. It was like homemade bread, some type of flatbread. I don't really know what it was, but it was good.
I know the rest of the crew, they went down the list of chicken fingers and fries and things like that, and everybody said it was good. I'm going to give Pete's, probably a 9 or a 10. If you go to Oshkosh, you got to look it up on your phone. I can't really tell you how to get there. I will say it's not very far from the field. I think it was maybe like a 7-minute drive.
Yeah.
More towards Lake Winnebago. But again, look it up on your phone. Take the time, go over there, day or night. Kind of one of those funny places where they kind of abuse you a little bit, but it's all in good fun. They're like, hey, bust your own table. Hey, your food's ready, come get it. We're not waiting around. I mean, it was a fun place. I had a good time there.
Yeah.
We ate on the back deck. I can tell you it is exactly just about in line with where the air show jets are turning around.
That was
So, yeah, the F-18s are coming over, 1,500 feet high in full afterburner in a rolling turn, trying to get back to the field. It was like a little air show all by itself, just sitting on the deck of Pete's. Great spot. Where did we go then? What was next?
Seaplane base.
Boy, we had a whirlwind trip this year. Seaplane base was awesome. It is always awesome. I know a lot of people that go to Oshkosh and tell me, man, I've been to Oshkosh 4 or 5 years. I've never been to the seaplane base. Look, get $3 out of your wallet, get on the bus right over to the seaplane base. It is so worth it. It is the most beautiful spot in all of Airventure.
Fun fact about it is it's actually private property that the family that owns it donates for Airventure. So it only is used for a seaplane base 1 week out of the year.
Yeah, and that's really great of that family to do that because it is a natural harbor. It's one of the only natural harbors in Lake Winnebago from what I've told. I'm not familiar with the lake as far as being out on a boat, but it's a really great thing that the family has done that all these years. The place to eat over there, guess what? It's on the field, sort of. I mean, it's still connected to the air show, and it's Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay Grill has a spot over there. We grabbed a quick bite because we were trying to get the water tour, get back to the water tour, not miss our slot. And we got, what do they call that? Macaroni and bacon or bacon?
Bacon mac and cheese.
Bacon mac and cheese.
They did not short you on the bacon.
No, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was, typical, of the healthy food that I like to eat.
Hey, pork fat is a superfood.
That's
scientifically proven.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you're just eating a balanced meal.
And I don't know where they got their macaroni and cheese from, but it was good. It was creamy, mixed in with that bacon grease. It was perfect. They had other things at the Seaplane base, obviously, that Thunder Bay would have, but we opted for the Kraft macaroni and cheese. Yeah, was it Kraft? Who knows? But it was at least that good or better. Moved on. We had some fun at the Seaplane base. Got to see a lot of seaplanes. Place was full up. It was nice to see a lot of seaplanes and float planes, I guess I should say. And we got back to the field and headed out for dinner. Where'd we go? Where'd we go that night? I don't even know.
I don't know. We didn't put it on here.
We might not have gone out that night. I think, honestly, we just went back to the house and had leftovers from the Roxy.
I think we did.
I think that's what we did because, the Roxy, if it's good one day, it's better the second day. It's just, yeah. Back to the Roxy. You really got to go.
Yeah, so another one of those places that's kind of like, you haven't been to Oshkosh if you haven't been there, is this place called Two Brothers. We found that the first year we came to Oshkosh, where I started saying Mom and Dad found that. I was at Girl Venture at the time. So, do you want to talk about that some?
Yeah, we were just driving around looking for a place off field, and somebody, another EAA guy said, hey, you go down the road here about 3 miles, give or take, you'll find Two Brothers. I don't know that it's a chain. I think they have more than one restaurant, but it's one of our favorite stops now. So on the way out of town, we stopped at Two Brothers, had brunch. Hannah talked about it a little bit in the video. It's definitely a must. You got to go there at least once. Their French onion soup is probably the best French onion soup I've had anywhere in the country. And I used to travel. Yep,
the Belgian waffle was really good. It had it was piled high with this much whipped cream and strawberries.
It was way too sweet.
It was good.
Ugh. They my wife Cindy and Hannah, they like the sweet stuff. They put chocolate chips in pancakes and then put syrup on it.
It's good that way.
Can't do it. Belgian waffles did look good though. They did good. I opted for more of a lunch thing. I got the turkey and dressing. It felt a little bit like fall to us. So I was kind of in a fall mood. We got up and it was, every morning it was somewhere between 58 and 64 degrees, 60, maybe 70% humidity. And for us, that's winter. That's what, we get a couple of fall days, maybe a few days of winter here where it's actually in the 30s. And then it's sort of back to the 40s, 50s in the morning. I got where I wanted some fall food, and you know what? Two Brothers delivered. That food was excellent. The gravy was perfect. I do not remember what your mother got.
I don't know,
but it's all good. We're going to give Two Brothers probably a 9 or 10 as well. I might lean into a 10. It's maybe not quite as good as the Roxy, but it's also not quite the same food as you can see on the video. For the food that it is, I'll go 9, somewhere between 9 and 10. You really should go.
Yeah.
So
that was our last morning in Oshkosh. We have one more place that
sadly,
we want to talk about.
Back to the sticky, nasty heat. We did head back home. After that, ended up a little south of St. Louis at a place called Stonie's Sausage Shop, right? Stonie Sausage Shop. It is in Perryville, Missouri. We're mentioning it. We throw a few pictures there in the video because this place is great. It's been around for a long time. The current building's been there for a while, but apparently this is a milestone, keystone, whatever stone place for Perryville, Missouri. It's been around for a long time. I forget what they said. Umpteen different flavors of bratwurst you can buy there.
I think it was 27.
26, 27. I mean, it was crazy. It is near Perryville Municipal Airport. If you can get to Perryville Municipal Airport, I can't talk because it's too hot. But if you can get there and get a courtesy car, it's maybe a 15-minute ride back towards the interstate It is definitely worth your time. If you were flying around, flying through that part of the country, just pop in. If you like bratwurst, you like sausage, you like summer sausage, any kind of sausage you can dream of, they have it. I promise. If you can't find it there, you know, just tell them. They'll probably make it for you, because it looks like they make all their stuff right out back.
They have cheese too.
They do. The whole, like, big old blocks of cheese, wheels of cheese, which is odd because we had just come from cheesy Wisconsin to Missouri. I don't know. Everybody pronounces it different. Alabama's Alabama. We pronounce it the same way. Missouri, however you want to talk it, you know. If you're flying through there, definitely stop. And, you know, we came on home after that, and here we are, waiting for a hurricane, sweating our backsides off, can't hardly breathe in the daytime, and waiting for winter.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of laughing over in Natchez, Mississippi. They're filming a Hallmark Christmas movie right now, and I'm like, yeah.
Poor people.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. It's 104. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed the video. It was a little bit shottier getting around, skipping around, and that is the nature of Airventure. For those of you that have never been to Airventure, that want to go, you need to go. If you haven't been, again, I have to iterate, you cannot possibly see everything you want to see there. It's just skipping around in whirlwind. You saw a lot that I didn't even see.
Yeah. I get to see some of the behind the scenes stuff too.
Yeah, if you're what, 18 or younger, 19 or
Yes,
younger,
18.
18 or younger, and you're a female, we highly encourage you to go to Girl Venture. I don't remember where we found out about Girl Venture, but this is your fourth
Facebook.
year?
Yeah, it's
Fourth year?
and we found out about it through Facebook.
Yeah, so, you know, if you're a female, you're 18 years old or younger, and you're into aviation, do not miss this. It's like $100. It's well worth it. Be looking at the EAA website next year. I know they're going to do it next year. They do it every year, and you know.
Yeah. And hey, if you're over 18 years old and you're in an aviation field, or you do something like a YouTube channel or something like that related to aviation, and you think to yourself, hey, that sounds like a program that I want to get involved with, but I'm over 18, you can apply to be a mentor.
Yeah, that's a good thing too. Be a mentor. You know, if you're half there into it, and you really feel, you know, like you need to get some help, get some people help getting into aviation, it's a great program. It's one of the best programs I've ever seen. You know, got to throw some names out. Christy Wong, I'm sorry you didn't make it. Look forward to seeing you. I did see Dan Milliken on the field. But hey, you know what? I'm glad you're back at the airlines. I'm glad the nonsense is over. Your furlough's ended. So you missed it. It was a good time, but you missed it for the right reasons. Mike Ojo, man, loved catching up to you on the field. We threw a couple videos in there, a couple pictures in the video. It was great. You know, Natalie Fisher-Kelly, FlyGirl, awesome time. Got to see you for about this long. Again, busy. You got to see a lot of your mentors.
Yeah, Debbie Rin Harvey is one of them. She's like the head mentor, basically. She's really cool. And then Miss Cindy Hasselbringen is another one. She actually worked for the White House for a while. She almost became an astronaut. She's awesome.
Yeah, and Debbie was, I don't know how many times, world aerobatic champion.
I lost track.
I don't know, many times. And she's an aerobatic instructor, so it's kind of fun because Hannah gets to go behind the scenes where all the aerobatic planes are and kind of bum around and hassle some of the aerobatic pilots there. You know, I want to say, Alan Henley, really enjoyed your narrative for the AeroShell guys. Steve and Mark, sorry, did not ever catch up to you. Round and round in circles we went. Greg Coates, good to see you too. Saw you for about 4 seconds. Hope to see you at the fly-in over at your place in October. I was going to tell you guys the date of that, but you're going to have to look it up. I can't remember. Too much going on up here, coming back. You know, when you take a vacation and you work, you come back, there's just more work. So I'm, yeah, kind of messed up on my date. So look it up. Greg Kuntz's fly-in. It's over in Alabama near Asheville. It's great. That's coming up. And I think that's pretty much it for us.
Yeah, be sure to hit the like button if you like our video, and please hit the subscribe button if you hit the like button.
That'd be great. It's the best way we know that we're bringing content that's okay. Again, we're doing this with a cell phone and we're having a good time doing it. We'd love to bring you along. Not sure where we're going to go eat next. Got to get on the internet and find us a spot, right? Maybe in Mississippi, maybe in Florida, who knows? But we're going to branch out a little further, and yeah, we'll take you guys along for the ride.
All right, see you next time.
Yep, appreciate it. Have a good time. Again, take your butt to Oshkosh if you've never been. It's awesome.